Welcome back to another fantastic show here on Crafters TV. It is Saturday night here in the UK. It means we throw the studio doors wide open. We welcome you all into the Craft House, and we're going to feature, as always, we feature lots of very, very special guests. And tonight we have got one of those. Tiffany is on the line. She's in Arizona. She's going to be joining me in just a second. We are, of course, going to be talking Totally Tiffany for the next couple of hours. I need to just give you a heads up though on some other stuff that's happening at the moment. The winter sale, up to 70% off selected lines over on the website, and new items being added every single day. So do not miss out. Make sure you're going over there every day and checking what those brand new bargains are. Don't forget as well, just for this weekend, we've got a double points promotion for you. So it means absolutely everything over the 48 hours of Saturday and Sunday will have double points. That is everything you see on air here on Crafters TV and everything across the entire website as well. Now, as I said, next couple of hours is all about Totally Tiffany. We've got some incredible deals on the show for you. Lots of stuff you're going to be seeing. This here, the Hang and Hold Organizer Collection, you guys absolutely love this. Utilizes that space that might otherwise be wasted on the side of your desk, which is fantastic. The other great thing about these as well is that they do clip on and they clip off, which is fantastic. In the Hang and Hold Organizer, you're going to get both of the bins and the paper storage in there as well. They are amazing. The other thing I want to tell you about, oh, you guys are absolutely going bonkers for this. It is an incredible Ditto bundle for you. So you get the Ditto tool tote. This is the one that opens all the way out for you. You get the rotating design board in here, and you also get Deborah as well. You get all three of those in there, which is amazing. Not only that, the other thing that you guys are absolutely loving is, and I've got a magic case just here. Honestly, I can summon anything. Literally, I could be like peeled banana, and it just comes out. But I didn't ask for a peeled banana, so I didn't get one. Anyway, the Kirsten Buddy Bag. You guys, of course, love the Buddy Bag. It's revolutionising the way that so many of you store your crafts. And the Kirsten one is in stock at the moment. It's the biggest one when it comes to the Buddy Bags. And it is brilliant for a whole host of things. Finish, make, stamps, dies. You get wallets included in there as well. And of course, it's going to store beautifully in that iconic Lois tote for you as well. Don't forget, you can get in touch with me in all the usual ways this evening. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion over YouTube. Let's see who we've got. The lovely Susie is a social media superstar tonight. Hey there, Susie. Laquieta and Hadassah are both in Kentucky. Clarice is in from South Carolina. Who else? We've got Carol in California. Sharon is in South Carolina. Mariah's here in New York. Barbara's in Indiana. Mary Rhino from Maine. The snow is falling. Oh, you know it's Christmas when the snow is falling, Mary. And Karen saying hi, Joe, as well. It's late over in the UK. I don't know how you keep going. Oh, you know, lots of cups of tea. This company is founded on lots of great cups of tea. Right, we're going to go over. We're going to speak to her, the lady herself. Without further ado, she is here with me. Tiffany is in the house. How are you, Tiffany?
I am doing so great. Happy Christmas, happy holiday season to all of you over there. I'm totally excited to be here today. And we are talking about the Hang and Hold. And I did kind of a crazy thing in my studio today to talk about the Hang and Hold. I brought my work table in, and I'm going to spin it around and let you see, because so often when we're talking Hang and Hold, I have it on this side or this side, and you can't really see it. So I know you kind of introduced it, Joe, but I just wanted to go through the components one more time. And I want to talk a little bit. First of all, I want to welcome all the new people, right? I got a ton of messages on social media saying I'm going to join for Craft House the first time this week, today. So I'm really excited that all of you are here, all you new people. And maybe you can let Joe know with your Facebook post if you're new, if this is your first time. And if you're new to Totally Tiffany, our mission is to help you get organized so that you'll craft more often, you'll have more fun, you won't be overwhelmed, and you'll be able to invite your friends and family into craft with you. So the Hang and Hold tool was designed to expand your workspace, right? None of us have enough workspace. That's what happens. It doesn't matter. You can have the biggest counter in the world, and by the time you get all your stuff out, it's covered. Or you can have a tiny workspace and it starts covered, and the Hang and Hold is going to solve that problem for you. If you're new to the Totally Tiffany brand, that is what we do. The last 20 years I have spent just solving problems, a lot of them my own, because I'm a crafter as well. So, okay, enough about that. Let's talk Hang and Hold. Hang and hold's going to start with this cool little bar. It's got these double clamps on the side. Those are going to go down 2¼ inches, so it's going to fit on almost any table or countertop. And then once you've got it hanging there, then you've got this nice bar, and that is where you're going to hang all of your accessories. And so let me show you quickly what those accessories are. And then I'm going to spin my table, and hopefully my camera gal Susie is going to be able to roll with that, and you're going to be able to see what I've got going on here. So we've got the supply bin, and so this is a big open bin, and it's great for so many of your tools and supplies. And it's going to come with 2 of these little panels that have hook and loop strips on them. And you can see I just have mine stored in this clear pocket at the end. So if you're not losing that panel, you don't want to, if you're not using it, you don't want to lose it. So tuck it into that side pocket. But all you're going to do to use that is fold back that Velcro, both ends, slip it in and line it up with the Velcro on the inside. And that is how you're going to divide up your section. So you can use no dividers, 1 divider, 2 dividers, whatever works for you that you need for your particular project. You're also going to notice that this particular bin has hooks on the short side and hooks on the long side. So you can hang it either way off your bar, whatever is going to work as you start adding those components to your bar. So you're going to get the supply bin. Then you're going to get the tool bucket, and the tool bucket also has the same type of dividers on the inside, and those are removable as well. So if you want to use it without those, now I will tell you about this, the tool bucket. If you're using your hang and hold outside on a picnic table, which is a great use for it, you can put your condiments and your silverware in here and your paper plates in this bin. This little gem right here will hold a bottle of wine. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. So you've got your tool bucket, and then you're also getting your basic bin. Now the basic bin is designed to hold paper, but it's also designed to hold your Gemini plates. So you can see I've got mine right here, and I'm going to spin this so you get to see it. So I love things that spin, right? So I've got my Gemini here on my 12 by 12 rotating Joy over here on my 9 by 11 rotating design board. You're going to see that a little bit later in the show. And so basically I've got this desk set up to function as a, I've got this desk set up to function. Okay, good. I've got this desk set up to function as my paper cutting station today. I'm going to spin this so you can see what it looks like. I got to unlock my wheel here. What I've got. So how I've added this additional space, and we'll hope that we can pick this up in the camera here. Oop, I'm hooked on something. So you can see where I've added at this end of my table, I've got that whole hang and hold with all of my Cricut supplies in it, right? Including a rotating design board that I'm actually going to be using for crafting with. If you're unfamiliar with rotating design board, we're going to talk about that later. But here's my tool bucket, and I've got all of my Cricut supplies in there. I've got the cards I'm going to use in the Joy. I've got my markers, and this is the cup holder. This is an accessory piece that you can pick up today. Great for pens and markers, as well as holding your water bottle or your soda can and all the other tools. So this side of my desk is set up to work with this. And then I'm going to rotate again. Poor Susie. I'm going to rotate everything. You're going to get to see my total package here today. So on this side, I've got my paper trimmer, and this is in my basic bin.
There we go.
And I've got my cutting plates for my Gemini. I've got my beverage holder in the cup holder. So this time I've used the cup holder actually as a beverage holder. And then I've got my other tools and supplies right here in the tool bucket. And so what I've done is clear my desk using that hang and hold system. Ooh, it's like a circus ride. And I've just given myself that much more space. It's that much more useful. But really the key is I've got this space in front of me. Well, I don't right now because I have all these little extra pieces here. I've got this whole space in front of me now that I can work, but I've got my tools and I've got my supplies, and they're all within arm's reach. And you know, if you've followed along with Totally Tiffany for any length of time, that is my key, one of my key points is, can I reach and use my things and then put them away when I'm done really easily? And that is what the hang and hold is going to do for you. So if you've got workspace, and that could be your craft room space, it could be your office, it could be something in the garage. Maybe you have a workbench in the garage and you need extra storage for tools that you're working and that type of thing. My husband actually has one that he connects onto the tailgate of his truck when he's doing stuff, traveling and stuff, because it gives him all this extra space as well. So it's so multifunctional, but what I really want you to focus on is how it's going to make your workspace more efficient and easier to use, and how you're going to be able to use those tools. How many times have you misplaced the plates for your Gemini, right? Put it in a hang and hold. It's right here next to you. You know, when you're paper crafting, it is your paper trimmer that gets buried under everything, and we're constantly digging them out. Use one of the basic bins to hold that paper trimmer, and then it's easy to grab and easy to put away. So the whole process becomes a lot more joyful and a lot more simple as you're crafting. So besides all the other uses, and there's tons of pictures on the website for different ways to use it, it's like I said, I love it on my picnic table because it holds everything, napkins and plates and silverware, and they don't blow around anywhere. So it's great. Well, it is wintertime, so a lot of us aren't picnicking, but you can. I live in Arizona, so picnic is it's not that uncommon this time of year either. So, all right, everybody. So as far as hang and hold goes, I am going to turn it over to Joe, and then you're going to see a quick change in the studio as we move on to the next thing. So, Joe, what are your favorites about the hang and hold?
I just think it's brilliant that, as you said before so many times, Tiffany, it's utilising a part of your workspace that is not going to be utilised at all, which is the edge of your units, which is fantastic. I love that. Forget Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. It's Tiffany and the amazing spinning workstation. I have visions of Tiffany doing like super high spins and then having some sort of magic transformation almost. I love that, Tiffany, your new prop there. Remember what you're getting included in here then. You are getting absolutely everything. It is the full package, as Tiffany puts it, because you are getting the bar, of course, included, which is your main element. And then what you're getting, of course, in there is that supply bin with the two different dividers in here, whether it's going to be all your different adhesives, tape runners, your pokey tools, all of those necessities that you've got in there. As Tiffany says as well, you can slot it on either way. So if you want to make more room on here, you've got a smaller workspace, absolutely, you've got the ability to be able to do that, which is fantastic. Then, of course, what you're going to get is you are going to then receive in here as well this one, which is your tool bucket. So all of your different pens, your scissors, your pokey tools, your bone folders, all those essentials that you need right there for you. And of course you are getting the basic bin as well. Now, whether you're putting Gemini plates in here, whether you're putting in here your paper pads, absolutely anything, your paper trimmers, they will all go in there. So that's what you're going to get if you go for the details there on your screen. $49.99 or $74.99, a great saving for everyone of £20 or $25. Of course the savings get even better. You're going to save an extra £10 or $15 as a platinum member. Now, if you'd rather build your own version, absolutely you can, because all of the different units or items are available individually for you as well, which is fantastic. So if you just want to go for the bar on its own and then build your own bundle, you can do that. The bar there, as you can see, the hang and hold bar, $15.99 or $23.99. Maybe you want to have two of these. Maybe you want to have one of these like in a cupboard attached to the shelf, and that's where you're going to hang everything. And maybe you want to have one on the table, so when you're moving between workspaces, you can actually clip them back onto. So that's the first element you can go for. The next one we've got for you is the supply bin, which is this one just here. That is available on its own individually for you. So if you are building your own bundle, maybe you're going to go for 3 of the supply bins. That's how you're going to load yours up. You've absolutely got the ability to do that. The other element that you can go for individually is, of course, that tool bucket as well, and that's got the 2 dividing panels in there. Remember, you've got all the pockets around here as well, so things like your pokey tools, your edge distressors, they can all go into there as well. And you've got then individually available to you as well the basic bin, which will slot onto there, which is brilliant. The other thing I want to talk to you about as well, it isn't included in the bundle, would definitely be going for this as an extra, is the cup holder. Now the cup holder will slot onto the rack. You can actually slot the cup holder as well, if you want to, onto something like the basic bin as well. So loads of different options for you. Best way to get the best value, of course, is to go for that main bundle, which is your best deal. Let me just clip everything back onto there. Again, what an amazing solution. So it means that you're going to be able to really get loads of space. I love what Tiffany was saying as well about a bottle of wine in there. I think that's a great shout. Right, $49.99 or $74.99. We're going to move on now. Let's see what everyone's. Should we see what everyone's saying on the socials before we move on? Carol's saying, hi, I'm new here. Hi, Carol, welcome to the club. Barbara says, my class studio is truly my happy place, with many thanks to Totally Tiffany for not only her products, but the free classes as well. Hi, Tiffany from California says, Katie, love your body bag, still trying to set up my scrap rack. Mariah says, I love the hang and hold so much. I have 2. I could use more of them. I love that. Carol says, I love it all. Barbara loves my sweater. Ah, thank you. And Barbara also goes on to say, thinking about using one in the kit on my kitchen prep table. I have a tiny kitchen, so always trying to maximize the space that I have. A really, really brilliant idea. And the other great thing is, if you are using this in something like your kitchen, when you aren't using these, of course you can remove those buckets. So it means that if you want to get close to the work surface, you can. When you need them, they are there and good to go. We need to move on though, and we need to go and talk about something that are now iconic, the legendary, I'm going to say it, body bags. There's 12 body bag collection for you here. It's been a long time since I've seen a body bag collection with a saving of £22 almost, or almost $30. It is absolutely an incredible deal. Tiffany, what is it about body bags? Why are they totally revolutionising the way that people store and move their crafts around?
You know what, Joe? The buddy bags are amazing for so many reasons. They're lightweight, they're portable, they're clear, they're inexpensive, and today it's almost like you're getting 3 or 4 of them totally free in this bundle. But the thing that makes buddy bags unique, like if you're brand new, you might look at this and go, so what? That's a vinyl bag. That is not. The thing that makes buddy bags unique is this piece right here. So when you get, and it's kind of hard to see, I know, when you get your buddy bags, this is going to be folded flat, and you're going to pull it out and pop it together. It just goes together with 2 little end things. This interior box is what gives your buddy bag shape, right? Otherwise, you just got a vinyl bag like this. But once you add that clear box in there, now you've got a buddy bag that's going to maintain its shape. And all of the buddy bags are designed around crafting. So they're going to hold so many of your crafting supplies. You're going to be amazed. There's literally a buddy bag for everything. The other little tip I want to give you is, if you're new, when you get your buddy bag, this happens to be Irene, cut her name tag off the packaging and put it into the back of the bag or the bottom of the bag. Because I promise you, you are going to fall in love with certain of these girls, and you're going to want to know who they are, because it makes it so much easier to find what you need when you're shopping on the website. So there's my little tip for you. So this is Irene, and she has the clear box in her. Most of them have the crystal clear box. I'm going to show you a couple of other ones that have the white plastic box. It's a little bit heavier duty. They're designed to hold more weight. But I'm going to start with the top of our list, and I believe that's Dawn. So the other thing I want you to notice about buddy bags is how easy they come off and on your shelf, and how easy they'll go in and out of your tote. So they all have the little handle at the end, and that's going to allow you to drop things into your tote bag vertically. So instead of piling things on top of each other, you're going to drop these into, of course, your lowest tote vertically, and then you can pull them in and out of the tote without burying things at the bottom, right? So this is the Dawn buddy bag. What's unique about Dawn is that she has 4 individual boxes inside the buddy bag, and she's got 2 rows of loop fabric. So if you're putting something smaller in there, you're going to use the bottom row of the loop, and something taller, you're going to be able to use the top row of the loop. So there's 2 versions of height for the Dawn bag. And the other thing that's really important, you can use them for craft supplies, but you're going to be able to use them all over your house. So this is filled with bandages in all different sizes, right? If I'm going to actually have this in my bathroom, which is where it came from, I'm not going to leave it closed up in the bathroom. I'm actually going to put it in the bathroom drawer and use it as a drawer divider. And then when my husband and I head out in the motorhome, it's part of our first aid kit, and I just close it up and throw it in the motorhome. So in a drawer, any of these, in your craft drawer, in your kitchen drawer, in your bathroom drawer, they're all going to work as drawer organizers, as well as actually buddy bags for your craft supplies. So they're going to travel with you the same way, quick, fast, and easy. Oops, there we go. So that's Dawn. Then you're also going to get Irene. So you saw Irene, you were introduced to Irene, but Irene is awesome for ink pads as well. So you can see in this Irene buddy bag, I have got ink pads, which I can stand up vertically. That's the other question, right? If you're looking at ink pads like this, and you think, oh, this manufacturer says store your ink pads flat, all you have to do on a buddy bag is change the dimension of how you're storing the buddy bag, and you've been able to meet that recommendation from your manufacturer. So this one I've got the tall ink pads, so I'm using the top piece of loop. This one I'm using the bottom piece of loop, and you can see the difference in the size of the same buddy bag, so that she'll accommodate very different products. So that is the Irene buddy bag. Super popular. She's one of our most popular girls. Stephanie is one of the newest buddy bags, and for those of you who love to stamp, she is your ink pad storage solution. So almost any of the oval ink, any of the oval inks that I've ever tried, or the oblong inks, the rectangular inks, they're all going to fit in there with no problem. You can see I've got Little Darlings, I've got Stamps of Life, and I of course have Spectrum Noir, Catherine Pooler. They're all going to fit. Now these the box has a hole at the top, so you can see I've labeled the top, and I'm just going to pop back in there. So I'm storing them flat, and I'm seeing everything really clearly, but I can pull those boxes in and out to get to the inks on the inside. Alternatively, this is also Stephanie, and I'm storing her vertically instead of horizontally. One of the things you're going to find with the Totally Tiffany line is we really do think about what those products are that are going to be stored in that buddy bag and how they're going to be used. We really try to work with how do crafters actually craft and use things, and that is how we come up with these solutions. So re-inkers here in the top. I've even actually stashed a few markers in the back of this one, but then I've got those ink pads. Again, they're going the correct direction according to the manufacturer's recommendation. So that is the Stephanie buddy bag. Now with Stephanie, you probably noticed this, I have these really big blocks of color on the front of these ink pads. You are getting the stickers to do that. So you'll find with your Stephanie bag a sheet of 30 white stickers, and you can ink those up and put them on the front of your ink pads, and that way you get a really clear visual on what the true color is for that particular ink pad. All right, so that's our girl Stephanie, who also happens to fit paint, by the way. Barbara, again, ideal for close to my heart for the magnetic ink pads. Barbara is also great for marker storage, specifically Sharpies. So if you're a Sharpie junkie like I am, you'll find that she will hold tons of Sharpies. Barbara has 2 individual boxes on the inside, and they are the clearer boxes as opposed to the white boxes in the Stephanie. Teresa is one of our favorites. She's kind of a skinny little girl. She's been around for a long time, and she's perfect for re-inkers, glitter glues, baker's twine, anything that's going to be that small 1-inch around type of little bottle or jar, or like I said, or the baker's twine. You're going to love her for that as well. Deborah is a favorite for markers and for, I have one right here. Let me, in my coloring bag. So this is the Deborah buddy bag, wide open, and you can see she's great for colory stuff, for Spectrum Noir, any of kind of your basic markers. Also, obviously great for colored pencils. You're going to see her again in the Ditto bag in just a minute. But now I've got her all closed up. I can travel with her. She has this unique feature where you can roll back her lid, secure it to the back, and now she becomes an easy access pencil cup or pen cup, marker cup, tool bag for when you want to use her, and then close her up and put her away or travel with her. Really simple, really easy. The Terry buddy bag. Now Terry is Deborah's big sister. Let me pull her out and we'll compare sizes. So taller markers, and I've got some tri-blends in here. I've got Artist Loft. I've got Tombow. I've got, what else is in here? There's an Artesia marker in here. I'll just show you. Those will also fit in the Deborah bag, but you get a difference of the height of both of them. The tops are cut low, so those taller markers are easy to access in the Deborah. Shorter markers, in the shorter markers in the Deborah, taller markers in the Terry, but those are the 2 sisters side by side, Terry and Deborah. The Monica buddy bag is 4x6. She was designed to help you get your photos organized and transportable. If you're working on scrapbook, you can put up to 300 photos in there. Mine are kind of sorted by which album they're going in. But because she's at standard 4x6 size, you're also going to absolutely love her for cards, card blanks, the smaller embossing folders, all of those type of things, they're going to fit in. She's going to fit in there just perfectly. So the Monica is your 4x6 go-to as a buddy bag. And I'm sure you're noticing, especially if this is your first time, that so much of what we've got, so much of what we're working with fits exactly the products that you have and the things that you need, right? And that is all by design at Totally Tiffany. Okay, now we're going to talk about Merle. Oh, Merle can hold so many things. So this is Merle. She's a long, thin girl, and this is embossing powder. This is Merle, again, vertically. So if you have the Distress inks, the square ink pads, Merle is your girl on those. You're going to love her for that. Also ideal for ribbon storage. So this is spring ribbon. I've got Easter, I've got St. Patrick's Day, and I've got Valentine's Day all together. I don't need to access spring ribbon all the time. I only need it when I'm working on something within that theme or holiday or event. And so keeping things together, you use together, one of the Totally Tiffany mantras. This is a great way to store ribbon and organize it within that 4-section system right here in holiday and seasons. That's where you're going to find that ribbon in the Merle bag. And then, as I mentioned before, you're going to find uses for buddy bags all over your house. This actually belongs under the seat of my car. It is my dog emergency kit. I've got a leash in there, flashlight, dog food, poop bags, and a water dish, and it just slides under the seat of my car. So if you're looking for a way to combine, conquer, consolidate little things and have access to them, you're going to find that your buddy bags are a great way to do that. So this is Merle, and as you can see, she is a multifaceted gal. Pop her back up here. All right, Brandy. Oh, my ruler junkies, you're gonna love this bag. So I have rip-in rulers, regular rulers, centering rulers, bordering rulers, journaling rulers, and I've got these 12-inch long templates, tracing templates. These are all things that are kind of hard to store, and you are going to absolutely love Brandy for doing this. Now, Brandy, especially if you're working it out of a tote and you have it sitting next to your chair, fold back her flap, and now you can pull out those templates, right? So if you love the 12-inch long tracing templates, again, if you're a ruler junkie, long paintbrushes, oops, where's that paintbrush? All of those things right there in the Brandy bag. So she is going to be a huge asset to your collection of storage buddy bags. Shelly, oh Shelly, not smelly Shelly, just Shelly. Okay, here we go. Shelly was designed for washi tape. Let me pull her out over here. Right, again, holiday, all my Christmas washi tape together. But she works great for things like your teardrop inks, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 16 teardrop inks. I love her for barrel ribbon, and she's actually going to work almost as a dispenser for that little barrel ribbon, so you can let it pop out and then just pull it out as you need it, cut it off, and then everything stays contained and in one place. And really, again, in the vein of where else can you use buddy bags? This is a little loaded bag of golf balls and golf tees, so perfect for your golf bag as well. So Shelly, like all of the other girls in the buddy bag collection, is a great way to store a variety of different products and supplies. Okay, Gail, last but not least on the buddy bag bonanza today. Hello, my tape runner adhesive junkie sisters. I love tape runners. I've got every type. I've got squares and dots and stripes and solid and repositionable and permanent and vellum, you name it, it's here. But having access to that is key. So rolling back the lid on Gail, I've got all those different tape runners. I actually even mark on them. You can see I've got a big P on this one. Which ones are permanent? What's dots? That type of thing. I want to remind you that this bag, it's another Gail. So if you have the oval ink pads, I guess these are oblong, not oval. You're going to be able to get 12 of those in there as well. But I want you to think about when you get these home, where you're going to put them and how you're going to use them. I just want to remind you that they are a great accessory inside your drawers or inside a tote bag, or if you have the Crafter's Companion portable craft room, rolling portable craft room. They work awesome in that, but there's a drawer divider, and now all I have to do to travel with it is close it up, and I can throw it into my tote. And again, I can take them vertically, and I'm not piling things on top of them in the tote. So that is the Gale bag. That is the full collection of buddy bags today. So you are getting a dozen of our best-selling buddy bags, and they're going to solve all of your challenges with getting all of your little bits and bobs organized. And I know, Joe, that you're a huge fan of the buddy bags. Which one's your favorite in today's collection?
Oh, how can you ask me such a question? I do think that the Terry, the two marker bags are awesome. I love the way that they flat back on themselves to be little travel project bags for you as well. Let me just share with you some other stuff. Loads of people are getting involved and chatting away at the moment. Barbara says, one can always use more buddy bags. I use them for lots of things, not just craft. Mariah says, I have the Stephanie bag in my instant drawer, in my instant desk drawer, and have a lot of buddy bags in both the drawers as an organizer. Also, loads of you letting me know that you absolutely love these. What a great price as well on that collection, says Mary Pat. Absolutely, it is a great price, saving almost £22 or $30. The other ones I want to share with you is a couple of other bags that are not in that collection that I know you are going to love, and that is this one here is the Kirsten buddy bag. That you're going to have a look at just here. This is an absolute whopper. This is going to store easily your 5x7 projects for you, which is great. So maybe you want to have a load of these with all your finished projects in. If you go to things like craft fairs, you can of course store things like your embossing folders in here, your stamp sets. You've got the pockets in here. It's going to allow you to store smaller things. Maybe you've got topper collections. You've got a few left, and you want to pop those into there. Absolutely, you can. And you've got that hook loop technology on there as well. And the other one that you've got here is the Katie, which is a very similar size, just on a different angle for you, in a different ratio. So again, loads of room in this one, absolutely loads of space in there. Again, brilliant for dies. How about you storing all your creator card dies in here? They would store absolutely beautifully stacked up in there. You've got the little pockets in there as well. If you want to label things and organize those, you can absolutely do that too. And a great price, 30% off there on that particular one, $8.39 or $9.09 if you want to get that. Don't forget also about the winter sale, which is happening right now over on the website, up 70% off selected lines, which is amazing. Make sure you go and grab yourself a bargain. New items being added every single day there in that sale too, which is brilliant. And the other thing I need to let you know is only for this weekend, 48 hours only, you're going to get double points across absolutely everything that you see on air here on Crafters TV and across the entire website as well. It is already, as I knew it would be, extremely busy over on the website as well. If you're thinking, hang on, double points, what's this he talks of? Well, Club Inspire, of course. Here's all the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
So incredibly busy. Lots of you choosing to check out there. We're going to move on. We're going to have a look at literally a holy trinity of products now. It is the Ditto Tool Tote with the rotating design board, and also one of our fabulous body bags included as well. You're going to get Deborah in here too. This is what it looks like when it's fully loaded. Let me just show you it on the blue so you can see. The great thing about this is you can actually load it up. You've got, this is the turquoise here, so you've got Gemini Junior plates in here. I've got re-inkers, ink pads, pens, markers, gems in here as well. Absolutely loads of stuff. And then the great thing about this is that, of course, it opens out onto your work surface as well. So this is brilliant where you don't maybe have a dedicated crafting space. You need to be able to store this away, but you want something you can access easily when you're working. Remember, the other two items you'll get included in here is the iconic rotating design board. So many of you, thousands of you, own these already and absolutely love them. So many of you talk about really wanting a second one as well. So maybe the day to get to do that is today. And you've got Deborah as well for all of your different markers. It really is three of the hero products. You're saving over 15%. You're looking at under £40, just under $53 here, which becomes $31.98 or $42.38 as a platinum member. Maybe today is a day you're going to treat yourself to that second Ditto, to that second rotating design board. And let's face it, are you ever going to have enough buddy bags? You just sweet think not. Right. So definitely grab a hold of this. Tiffany, I know, is over there across the pond. Are you in full festive mode yet, Tiffany?
I am in absolutely full festive mode, and if I wasn't, one of my neighbors has a full festive yard, so every day I get to go into his yard and listen to the music and see the lights, and it's a big party over there, so I get refested every day. Okay, let's talk Ditto Bag. Why is it so popular? Why do people love it? Because it really, like most of our products, addresses all of the things that you need when you are working on a project, or when you just need all of your basic tools right out and in front of you. So I'm going to kind of go out of order from what I normally do, and I'm going to pull this first Ditto bag, and I'm gonna put it on the rotating design board, right? So now I can get to both sides of the Ditto bag without having it all the way open. So for some reason, you can't open your Ditto bag up. And some of you are thinking, what does that mean? Open your Ditto bag up. Well, one of the great joys of the Ditto bag is that it splits down one side so that you can get to everything that's on both sides of the Ditto bag. Just put it at the back of your workspace, and now you've got access to everything. And if you're looking at this, you're noticing probably that this side is paint and this side is coloring, right? That is why the rotating design board was born. I'm gonna pull mine out here. So one thing we didn't talk about already are these big straps that you're also getting. So there's my coloring board. Now, that is why the rotating design board was actually designed. I love to color, and I was tired of rotating my project or my book around, and so doing the rotating design board was a great way to solve that problem. You're also getting two of these big buddy bands right here, and those just go around the top of your Ditto bag. If you have something like a coloring book, like your rotating design board, and they're going to hold that right up against the back of your Ditto bag, everything's going to stay nice and straight up and down for you. So you can also see that I've got in here, I've got a Dawn bag, which we talked about a few minutes ago, and then I've also got that Deborah bag loaded with my colored pencils. And here's the big beauty of the rotating design board and why you're going to want this. I wish I had an overhead camera. If I'm coloring, I don't have to move my project. I can move the board as I go. So I'm going to do a little work over here, and then if I'm going to work on this area of my coloring page, I'm just going to rotate this way, color. Now, some people like to rotate with their fingers. I like to just move my wrist, which makes it really simple to get wherever I need to be on my coloring page. So it's a great tool for coloring, but it's also going to be great if you're painting, doing decoupage. If you're stamping, you're going to see this. I'll do a little demo on it later in the show. If you're stamping and you're trying to get a random pattern, you can rotate the design board, not have to worry about rotating your project, right? If you're doing stenciling, which is one of those, a lot of times we pull out a stencil, same thing. We only want to do parts of the stencil to kind of get that sort of, dimensional look. This is a great way to be able to rotate your project. Everything stays nice and neat and flat. You don't have to worry about getting your fingers in it. So the rotating design board is a definite must-have. So, and it absolutely, as you saw, it not only fits in your Ditto bag, but you can also use it on your desktop to rotate that Ditto bag around, right? So if you don't have room to open up your Ditto bag, just set that Ditto bag on top of the rotating design board, which you're getting in the bundle with the Deborah to hold your pens and markers and pencils, and you are all set to do coloring, painting, whatever you want to do, all in one place. So let's take a couple of different looks at the Ditto bag. Now, it was designed as sort of the ultimate tool bag to hold all of your basic tools and supplies. So you might say, oh, I already have a Ditto bag. I don't need another one. Well, think about the one that you've got. This is your prime tool bag. Everything you use all the time is right here in your Ditto bag. And then that second one that you're going to get with the rotating design board and the Deborah, maybe that's going to be your stamping bag, your painting bag, your coloring bag, whatever it is. I'm going to say it again, keep things together you use together. Think about how much easier it is when you're going to sit down at your Cricut and you have all your tools in one Ditto bag, or you're going to work with your Gemini and you've got your plates because you can use that strap to hold those in place, and all of your Gemini tools all together in one place. So it makes it really, really simple to do a ton of different types of crafts. So here, look, this one is loaded up with everything for stamping. Right, I've got everything I need here, bone folders. I've got my stamping platforms. I could have my, I do have my clear acrylic blocks, my rocket blocks. They're all going to fit in here. When I'm ready to stamp or I want to work on a stamping project, I'm going to grab that and know that I have everything. Water brushes, spritzers, they're all in that one place. So, give up the dig and search when you're looking to do a project. Keep things together you use together, and then store them together in one place so you can grab that and go. You're absolutely going to love working with it. So, and you're going to find, again, uses all over your house, right? I have a Ditto bag in the house that has things to hang pictures, a small hammer, a couple of screwdrivers, the little tool things that I need. I don't want to go out to my husband's workbench and dig through whatever he's got going on out there because it's not pretty, trust me on this one, and get my stuff, do what I need to do, and then put it away. So you may want to have your own tool bag. You may want to keep one in the back seat of your car that has toys and games and that type of thing in it for kids if you're doing road trips, or something you want to bring into a restaurant if you've got kids or grandkids with you. So you are going to find, Joe, the uses for the Ditto bag are just amazing and never ending. I'm sure you've probably had a few ladies comment on how they're using their Ditto bag. I want to know, Joe, how you're using yours.
Everyone here, amongst our experts, Tiffany, pretty much everyone now has these because they are so easy. They are so portable, so easy to transport and move around, yet you can fit so much into them. Yours was absolutely bulging there. Remember the different options that you've got. So you can go for, this one is a turquoise. With each of these, you are, of course, going to get the Deborah Buddy bag, and you're going to get the rotating design board, of course. They're coming included. What, are you going for the turquoise? Are you going for the purple? Or are you going for the pink? We also have the black as well, as you saw Tiffany with there. So pink, purple, turquoise, or that black. That's the toughest decision you've got to make when the deals are as good as this. So grab whichever one it is that you want. Maybe it's a second Ditto bag, but your first rotating design board. Maybe it's your first time you're going to have the Ditto bag, but you've already got that design board. The rotating design board has become one of the most popular products that we bring you in the whole Totally Tiffany range. So definitely grab that whilst we've got it. Debbie says the rotating design board is my absolute favourite. Diane loves the Ditto bag. Also, Mariposa here says the Christian Buddy bag would be good for card storage. I own the Stamp Buddy bags and love them. So easy to see all of the wooden stamps that you have in there. Kathy's got 2 of the rotating design boards. My Gemini is on one, I colour with the other. Barbara, of course, is the correct choice, though Kirsten is quickly becoming one of my favourites. I liked her for completed cards. She can hold any size. I really need all this awesome storage, says Carol Lovell. And Diane talking about the Ditto bags. So they leave mine open on my craft desk as I go. If you want to grab it, be quick. Because it is an awesome deal. We're going to move on now and we're going to look at the rotating design board, but in a different size. We featured this this morning in Play Your Crafts Right. You guys absolutely love it. It's a 12 by 12, but it is coming with this. It is coming with the magnetic design board and ruler as well. So that is all in there. So you've got this element here with the ruler and the magnets as well, which are going to keep everything secured into place for you. I may or may not have been having a lovely game playing with these magnets. I'm just a bit obsessed with them. I don't know why. Simple things for simple minds, eh? £25 or $30 if you want to get this. Saves you £12 or $13. You're all going to be able to take an extra, what, £5 or $6 off of that if you are a platinum member. Now, Tiffany, I know that the design board has been so incredibly popular in the original size. I mean, we struggled to keep it in stock for so long. The 12 by 12 one was always going to be so popular. But what is it about this magnetic sheet and the ruler that people absolutely seem to love?
You know what, Joe? The magnetic design tool just gives you a little bit of security for whatever you're working on, right? The super strong mini magnets that you have, you can just plop them down in the middle of your project, and it's going to help hold that project, that piece of paper in place while you do whatever you're planning on doing. So in this case, I've got a card blank, and if I want to do something like we kind of talked about, grab an ink pad here, we kind of talked about getting some sort of random stamping, right, pattern. That is kind of the beauty of the rotating design board, is that I can stamp this, literally creating my own sort of personalized background. And you see how those little magnets are holding that in place right there on my rotating design board. The other thing about it is, if I want to stamp off the edge, and I know I don't have an overhead camera, but I'm going to hold this up in 1 second. If I want to stamp off the edge of my project, you can see I just put a piece of pink paper underneath there. But you can see I was able to stamp right off the edge, get a random pattern. Now, if I was embossing, if I was putting glitter glue or something else on this particular project, the ability to rotate it means I can put something messy and sticky up here that needs to dry, but I can still easily get to here without touching it, right? So if you've ever tried to move a project that had wet paint, wet ink, glitter glue on it, and then you run your finger through it and it destroys your project, that is one of the great things about using the rotating design board with the magnetic tool underneath it. I'll do another little quick demo. Oh, I didn't share this with you. This is just one of our Shut Your Flap tabs, a sticky note. So in order to get all around the edges, I just put that sticky note onto the card blank, and that is what I locked down under the clip. So that way I could get all the way around without, so I'd have those edges exposed on my particular card blank here. So now if you're gonna do something, here's another thing that works really great for the rotating design board. Let me grab a stencil here. Let's see. Let me find one that has a pretty, okay, this is a good pattern. If you're gonna do some type of stenciling as well, so oftentimes when we're stenciling, we don't want to stencil the whole stencil. We just want a little bit of piece of it here or there. Let me grab a paint bottle that's got. So I'm gonna do a little blob of paint there, and I think I need a dauber out of that paint bag that I just gave to you, Susie. It is at the very end. You just had your hand on it. Left side. No. Left side. Bring me the whole bag. Just set it right here. Perfect, thank you. All right, I need this on a rotating design board, right? So I'm just gonna take my little dauber here. I'm going to ink it up, and now, I'm going to hold that down with the magnet, and I'm just going to be able to rotate around my project and ink where I want to ink. I chose bad paint here for this, right? Just get to the corners that I want to work with. Look, paint this way instead. And now I've been able to use that stencil, rotate it around, only do part of the stencil with it, and it's really, really easy. It's better if you choose paint that's not all dried out. I'll just give you that as a little tip there. Now, what about 12 by 12 layouts, right? So this is a 12 by 12 rotating design board, and the big benefit to this is, here's what I do with my little magnets, just so you all know. I stick them onto my clip. I'm not using it. But when I'm doing a 12 by 12 layout, I'm going to grab my sheet of 12 by 12 paper. Of course, I have to move my desk here for a sec. And then I'm going to be able to grab some pictures, and I'm going to start laying out my design. Clip it down, line it up, clip it down. And now I'm going to be able to use that ruler to actually, sorry, I rearranged everything in here, to actually help me line up the pictures, line up the embellishments, line up everything that I want. And then I'm going to use that little magnet to hold it down and to hold it in place so that I can build an entire layout, an entire 12 by 12 layout right here on the design board. And here's another great thing about the design board. Say I've got this all laid out. It's just on paper and it's just sitting on my desk or on my work table or on the dining room table, and I need to pick it up and move it. Everything is going to sort of slide into the center, and all the layout work that I've done is just going to get messed up. That is the beauty of the magnetic board, the little magnets, and you can just pick up the whole design board. Everything stays flat. Everything stays in place. Move it out of the way, serve dinner, do whatever you need to do, and then bring your project right back. So you're going to absolutely love having it for so many different reasons. It's great for alignment. It's great for scrapbooking, for card making. You know, you've seen me do this before maybe, where I take something on here that I want to spray paint. I'm going to cover my board, and then I'm just going to spin it while I spray paint it, because I am chronically impatient, and I always try to touch things that I'm painting before they're dry. This is a lifesaver for that. Now, what else? It's holiday season. It is a great way to decorate a cake or frost a cake. It's a great way to do a floral arrangement. Any project where you want to see something from all three or all four sides, this is a great tool to have. I think some of you maybe saw a video last year that I did. I have this really tall, skinny Christmas tree, and I put this on the board and on the floor, and I just spun it with my foot, and I ran my lights down this tall, skinny Christmas tree, and it was really fun. And it worked. I have this great, like, easy spiral of lights down the tree. So you will be amazed once you get your hands on the 12 by 12 rotating design board, how many different projects you can do, how many different things that you can do with it. And personally, Joe, what I'm really looking forward to, what about frosting cookies? Like, if you are doing Christmas cookies, like where you're trying to put decorations on them, this is going to be a perfect thing for that as well. So anyway, 12 by 12 rotating design board with the magnetic sheet and the magnets. My favorite use of it, boy, I'm really torn. I love the idea of cookie decorating because I love cookies, but I think as a scrapbooker, I love it for doing layouts. What do you love yours for?
I think the idea that you said there about cake decorating is absolutely incredible. I really wish I'd have put my tree on this, Tiffany. I've just put my Christmas tree, I decorated it last night, and I sort of did that thing, you know, I sort of switched it on, I sat back, sat down on the sofa, and I've realised that probably 80% of the lights are around like the middle section of the tree. I just kept going back over and crisscrossing all the way around, and then I thought, it's done now. I'll probably end up redecorating before Christmas. I love that idea. Loads of different things that you can do with this. Get it though, is what I'd say, whilst we have the magnetic mat and the ruler included there with the magnets as well. It's going to make everything so much easier for you. £25 or $30. Platinum members, you're going to save an extra £5 or $6 on top of that price as well. So definitely grab a hold of that. Now, we had a holy trinity of products earlier. We've got a holy trinity of products again for you, because this is a double boom deal, as Tiffany would call it. This is amazing because what you're getting in here is you are getting this, the craft and carry workstation. This is amazing. This is the pink craft and carry workstation that I've got just here. So much room in here for a whole host of different things. You can put things like work mats in here, 12 by 12 papers. We've got everything in here from gilding flakes to our jars of inks in here. There is literally a space for every single thing, even down to big rulers in the side, beautiful mesh wide pockets as well. So you're getting that included in this deal. What you're also then getting is this, which I love. It is the travel cube, which is incredible. So this one here is your triangle traveler. Erin just said to me, go on, say it quickly, try and say it quickly. She's testing me, you see. It's your triangle travel tote, I like to call it. Traveler tote. It's your triangle traveller is what you've got. So in here, what you've got, 3 different compartments. And I love that these just come out on that hook and eye as well, so hook and loop. So it means that whatever you've got in here, you can remove it. You've got space in the back here, 4 pens. These could be makeup brushes. There's no reason why this couldn't be a cute little makeup case for you, or maybe a little first aid kit if you want it to be. There are literally a myriad of different uses for this, which I think is amazing. So you're going to get that included. And then, the pièce de résistance. You are going to get the lowest tote included as well. All your buddy bags will go into your lowest tote. Let me just share with you what that looks like. Here's that 12 buddy bag deal you've got, boom, right there in your lowest tote. Or you can use it for a whole host of different reasons. You can get a shed load of stuff in here, which is fantastic. So we've got a load of 12 by 12s in here, 3 in the front, 2 in the back. I've then also got some craft boxes in here. I mean, it is shed loads of stuff that you can fit in there. A shed load of 12 by 12s, a shed load of craft boxes, whatever you want to pop in here. It's also just brilliant to use as a wonderful tote. And the great thing is you can see everything that's inside because you've got that wonderful clear plastic vinyl. It isn't sharp, it's not going to scratch you. And I love, there's nothing worse, is there, when you have tote bags that have like spaghetti strap handles. You get home from wherever you are and your fingers are completely blue. You've got really nice big wide handles on here as well. The deal is incredible for you. £17 or $22 is what you're saving before you even think about your extra discounts. You're looking at $43.98 or $51.98 as a platinum member, which is amazing. We've got some great deals tonight, Tiffany, haven't we, on the show? But this one, I mean, it is like literally a holy trinity of fabulous products.
You know what, Joe? It's so funny that this came up as a bundle in this show because I was like, when this bundle came out, I thought, oh my gosh, this is exactly the bundle that I just took over to do crafting with my mom and a couple of girlfriends. So I left mine packed up so I could show you really what I took with me and how this bundle is so ideal for doing an afternoon of crafting somewhere else. And when I say somewhere else, remember, I'm not talking about that you actually have to leave your home. Sometimes you just need to get from your craft room to the TV room, or you need to get from the craft room to the dining room table, and all of these products are going to work for that as well. Or if you're like me, put everything in there and out the door you go to do a whole crafting afternoon. So what were we working on? We were making Christmas cards for other people, Christmas cards to donate, essentially. So in my Triangle Traveler, this is my adhesive traveler. So it has a variety of adhesives in it. It's sort of a go-to, something you can use all the time. It's got everything in it from pop dots to adhesive runners. I've got liquid glue. I've got double stick tape. I've got red liner tape. All of those things are right here, and they're all really accessible. I've used the pockets in the back, as you can see, for my longer, taller adhesives. They're really easy to see. Now, you've got that weird little strap in the back. So when you get that and you're thinking, what is that for? Well, when it's closed up, it holds everything closed up nice and tight. But the goal with this is to be able to lean your bag back and have accessibility. And so the more lean you need, the longer you make your strap, and that's going to let the bag lean back more or less depending on how much weight you've got on the inside of it, what's on the inside of it. how much weight you don't have on the inside of it. And then of course, as Joe pointed out, the bags are removable. So you can pull those out if you only want to take one bag with you. Maybe you've got a couple of triangle travelers and you're going to swap around what's in each bag, and you're going to keep your bags separate and then load them into the traveler when you're ready to go with it. But in this case, this is what I showed up with. I've got pop dots, glue dots, liquid glues, tapes, and then I've got, of course, my tape runners here. I'm going to tighten that up just a little bit so it stands up a little bit better. So that was for one thing that was in my tote to go to this event. The next thing that was in my tote, my Gemini Mini. So inside of, this is just a 5x7 fab file. I've got the Gemini, and then I've got the plates in there as well. You can see the suction cups stick to the plates, which is kind of handy because it pulls the plate right out of the bottom of the box, right? So I've got my Gemini Mini. Then we were doing embossing, obviously, so I've got my embossing station in there and my heat gun. So literally, I am taking a craft room. I am taking tools. I am taking everything I need to use the tools, everything in that lowest tote to do a major craft project, right? I've got my board here for my heat tool. And then, of course, I have got all of the basic supplies that I'm going to use for card making for this particular project right here in the lowest tote as well. Now, because my counter is a little taller than I am, I have to lower my bag here. So, and here's what I want to show you. When you are loading your craft and carry workstation in and out of your lowest tote to go somewhere, just grab it by this inner pocket right here. That's the center of the craft and carry workstation. So it's going to be the most balanced part. And then you can just lift it up, drop it into your lowest tote. Now I need to be about a foot taller to get it from this counter into there. But let's talk about everything that's going to fit in and how you're going to use the craft and carry workstation. So what I've got here is the front pocket. I should turn it this way. You can see I'm going to kind of try to look in the camera at the same time. So I've got some dies and embellishments in the front, and that is why we designed these front clear pockets, so that you could have things like small dies, things that might disappear, right? Dies are expensive, but they're also flat and easy to lose. So those clear pockets make it easy to see the dies that you've pulled out to work with. I've got the basic scissors and tools that I need. Christmas washi tape. This is another die that I was going to use. Here's an embossing folder that I'm going to run through my little Gemini Mini as well. All the different tools. I've got my mini paper pads. I've got my 5x7 pocket. So I just pulled out some of the Christmas embellishment pockets to pop those in there and take them with me. I've got some other stickers here. This is my cheat sheet for this die. So you may have seen this before. All the dies in this set, this is the Merry Christmas die. Why do I carry this with me? First of all, it's really hard to see what dies say, right? Like it's almost impossible to read that. But when I'm doing a layout, if I'm doing a card layout, and I want to add that Merry Christmas to the card layout, here's my little desert design. I can take my cheat sheet and I can put it over the top of whatever it is to see if it's going to fit or where I'm going to lay it out, right? So it really gives me an example of what that die is going to look like. So if you haven't done this, especially with your sentiment dies, I would really recommend it. So I've got my cards and my card blanks, and you can see here's this other die that I used on this one. So I had all of these different ideas and all of these different projects, and I was making a few different card designs, but everything I needed was right here. I've got the paper, I've got my paper trimmer, scissors, ruler, I've got my embossing powders, some ink. The entire project traveled with me just like this, went where I was going, took everything out. I was able to set up my workspace with this piece, with my, sorry, you guys can't see it because it's facing me, right? So in this small workspace that I had with these other ladies, I was literally surrounded with all of my supplies and all of my tools, and I'm making cards like crazy, and it's taken each of them about twice as long to get anything done because they're digging and searching through things instead of just being like, oh, okay, I need this sticker, I need this piece of paper, scissors in, scissors out, ruler in, ruler out. This package, this bundle, Joe, is an amazing bundle that really, really functions. So if you are somebody who wants to take a project somewhere to work, and again, whether you're taking it to somewhere else, like I went to my mom's house, or you're taking it to the living room, or maybe you're traveling with it on a road trip, these 3 items, the lowest tote, the Triangle Traveler, and the Craft and Carry Workstation, are not only going to consolidate everything into this nice, neat, small little bundle, they're also going to present everything to you in an organized way when you actually sit down to craft. And you know, Joe, staying organized in your craft space is the key to getting more done. And the more we get done, the better we feel about crafting. And the better we feel about crafting, the more time we spend crafting. And I think that's one of the keys to Totally Tiffany stuff is get organized, have more fun crafting. I know, Joe, you've told me before that it's totally helped you to use these Totally Tiffany products to get everything organized so that it is easier to do whatever you want to do when you're spending your crafting time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And less time, tidying everything up, less time putting everything away, getting everything out, which is, if you're retired and you have all day to craft, that might be fine. But the thing is, maybe you've only got a couple of hours to craft. You don't want to spend an hour putting everything away and getting everything out. This is great. It's all there for you. Remember what you're getting in here then. It's like the Holy Trinity. You're getting the pink Craft and Carry Workstation with the lowest tote and the Triangle Traveler in there as well. A brilliant, brilliant deal for you. $43.98, $51.98 if you are a Platinum member. You've got absolutely a brilliant, brilliant collection there of 3 of the hero items when it comes to the Totally Tiffany range. It's very, very busy across on the website at the moment. I want to give you another opportunity to get yourself checked out. Whilst you do that, why don't you take a look at some of the fun stuff we get up to here at Crafters TV.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Wow, what an incredibly busy show we are having. So many of you choosing to get organised, which is fantastic. We're going to have a little look now at 5 of the paper storage boxes. So that is 5 of these just here. Choose whichever way around you want to have these on your storage units. If you've got the cube style storage, you're going to absolutely love having these. I love the idea maybe of you decorating these as well, making them a bit more crafty. And you get 15 paper pockets and 3 packs of the collection keepers within here as well. So brilliant for all your 12 by 12. But also I know Tiffany talks about storing lots of other things within here as well. Tiffany, when it comes to the range, these are kind of like the core essential basics, aren't they, to make sure everything's going to be in order?
Absolutely. Core is a great word for these, Joe. They work. They're just amazing for so many things. Obviously paper. So if you're storing paper in it, I have to tell you something funny though, Joe. Susie just said to me, you need to put that on your rotating design board and spray paint it to match your room. And I thought, what a great idea. And then there you are, Joe, saying, oh, I want to decorate those as well. So it really can give your room a nice look. Also, get it on your rotating design board and spray away, and you'll love the way that it looks. Each of these boxes is going to hold a lot of paper, right? So somewhere between 300 sheets of the thickest cardstock up to 500 or 600 sheets of the thinnest paper. So you're really getting a lot of storage in this bundle of the 5 boxes. Now, obviously they're great for paper. I hope you're following the 4-section system where you're grouping paper together by themes and sentiments, and then the calendar year, and then the rainbow, because this product is really going to shine when you use that organization system, sort of the core, the foundation of organization with the Totally Tiffany line. But you can see, look at all the 12 by 12 paper I've got in there. And the beauty of going vertical with your paper is that you literally can kind of just what I call thumb through and see what that paper looks like, and then make the decision about what you want to use and pull it right out of that box. So they are definitely a core thing for just organizing your paper. But what's really, really awesome about today's bundle is all of the other things that you're getting. You are getting 5 sets of 3 of the paper pockets. Let me move this up like other boxes there. So the paper pockets are oversized, right? All of our products are bigger than the products that they're going to hold. What are you going to do with them? These are going to work awesome for dividing and labeling your paper storage boxes. So you may separate them by color, red, orange, green, blue. You may separate them by theme, camping, beach, birthday, whatever it is. These pockets with the tab down the side are going to be a perfect way to organize and segment those types of things. The paper pocket is ideal for specialty papers. So you can see that this paper has a scalloped edge, a trimmed edge. This paper is cut out like a sandcastle. If you have this type of paper, you want to protect the edges and corners so they don't get destroyed before you get to use them. The paper pocket is a great way to do that. It's also a great way to store things like vellum paper, this lace glitter paper, right? These are things that would get damaged if you just stuff them in with the rest of your paper. This is a great way to protect them. And then you've got the little label tab on the end so you can label it how you want to label it, whatever you want to do with it. And also great for organizing things by theme, right? Using that label tab for theme, putting that whole collection of paper in there. Now you're going to get 10 to 12 sheets of cardstock in each pocket. You're going to get 20 sheets of regular paper in each pocket. So you are getting 15, I believe. You're getting 5 sets of 3. That's 1 set for each paper storage box in the paper storage box collection. So that is awesome. It is a smoking deal as well, but you're also getting double bonus. You are getting a set of collection keepers. And here it is, clear, not very exciting. The collection keeper gives you 3 pockets on the front side, 1 big pocket on the back side, and this is a perfect place to, as I'm always saying, keep things together you use together. So in this situation, these are all the scraps that go with a collection of paper, a beach collection, and I've just got them separated out by size, and I'm going to store this right in my paper box with the entire big stack of paper that goes with this theme, right? So I've got the paper and the scraps from that paper collection all together in one place. It's also an ideal way to organize things by theme. So if you have a small collection of products, maybe one of the things that I talk about all the time are small St. Patrick's Day. Maybe you have just a few ballet pieces, just a few birthday pieces. You got that nice label. I've even got an unmounted stamp here. I've got rub-ons and die cuts. I've got paper and stickers. Everything for this theme, birthday, is in one place. Now I can store this right in my paper storage box. I've got that nice label on the end. Makes it really simple and really easy to find, especially small themes of things. But it's also a great way to store, like I was saying, collections. So all of these things match the stickers, the embellishments, the die cuts. The 12 by 12 stickers are on the back side here. The paper is in the back side as well. So I've got everything I purchased that matches together. I've already said it 5 times today. Keep things together you use together. When I'm ready to work on those pages from the Mexican Fiesta, trip to Mexico, maybe I'm inviting people over for Cinco de Mayo and I'm making invitations, making place card holders, making things for the buffet table, I'm going to be able to go to one place and find everything I need to do that particular project. So as I put my boxes together, which is really simple, you'll see on the bottom of the box, there's even instructions about how to put them together. But basically, you're just going to fold them up on the score lines, right? Classic, totally Tiffany stuff. You're going to fold down the one with the notch. You're going to fold down the ones that, for some reason, always remind me of feet. And you're going to tuck in the bottom. So you have this look on the bottom. Bob's your uncle, and your boxes are assembled and ready to go. And then you can start loading them up with your paper, with your collection keepers, with your paper pockets, and you're going to have instant access and well-organized access to all of those things on your workspace. Now, you did mention, Joe, that there are a few other things you can use them for. These are great boxes for project planning also. So if you have things that are big and bulky, maybe it's a spool of ribbon, maybe it's a wood-mounted stamp, a particular ink pad or markers or something, all the pieces for a project that you just purchased, put them all in one box, put a little temporary label on the front. So when you're ready to do that project, everything is in one place, right? All you need to do is add the scissors and the glue, and you're out the door with it or out to the table with it, whatever it is. So it is a great way not only to store paper, it is a great way to project plan as well. Also, when my sons were younger, school aged, I just kept a box for each of them on the shelf in my craft room. And then when they brought something home from school, some sort of little memento, an art project, test with a great math test with a great score, an English test with a bad score, whatever it was, they all went into that box. And so when I was ready to do their scrapbooks or put those things away, I had a place to collect them until I was ready to do that. So I didn't have to worry about them being spread out all over the house. So you're going to absolutely love these, Joe, as you mentioned, not only for paper, but for other things as well. And with all those paper pockets and the collection keeper, Joe, this is a no-brainer for every craft room out there.
Absolutely, it is, and you guys absolutely love these, and it is easy to see why they are really an essential. The foundation of great storage as well. $24.97 or $36.96 if you want to get your hands on them. A great saving, £20 almost, or $18 is what you're saving. I want to come back and I want to give you a reminder of this because it is proving very, very busy. It is, of course, the hang and hold storage solution. As you saw earlier, this amazing system literally just screws onto the end of your counter. So wherever it is, the end of your work surface, the end of your kitchen counter, any wasted space that you've got literally anywhere, you can now turn into an amazing storage area. And the great thing is, you're going to get the supply bin. So the whole collection, if that's what you're going for, that's the most popular option, you're going to get the supply bin in here. Great for your spray adhesives, wonderful for your bottles of glue, your tape pen, brilliant for your low tack tape. All those essentials that you need close by all the time, they are going to be fantastic in here. And you can hang it on from the long side or from the short side. It's completely up to you. You're also then going to get as well the tool bucket in here. This one has dividers, as does this one as well. That will also clip on there. That's got all your essentials in here. So we're talking bone folders, scissors, paintbrushes, your sparkle pens, everything that you're going to use every single day, day in, day out, your pokey tool, all going to go in here. All of these have got extra storage as well around the outsides of them, which is amazing. And then you've also got the basic bin as well, and that is going to clip right on the side of there. We've put some 8x8s in here. This could have our Gemini plates in there if we wanted it to, your paper trimmer, so many different things that you can go for that would fit in there. If you want to go for an extra one of the main bar units as well, which is this one just here, of course you can go for that as well if you want to. It's available on its own, as is everything in the collection. So the supply bin, you can go for this on its own should you wish to. That one is $15.99, $19.99. Maybe you want to go for an extra one of the tool buckets. Of course you can. You can go for that on its own if you wish. It's $15.19 or $15.99. You can go for the basic bin should you wish to as well. That one's available for you, $15.19 or $15.99. Or this one as well, I would definitely urge you to go for the cup holder. Now you can actually put the cup holder, if you want to, on the end of one of your other bins if you wish, or you can just clip that directly onto the rail itself. Not included in the main collection, $11.99 or $15.99. The best way to get the best value is, of course, to go for that main collection with absolutely everything in there. It is pretty much the hero of this show at the moment, and you've got a £20 or $25 saving. Platinum members are going to save an extra £10 in the UK or $15 in the US, which is awesome sauce, I think. So definitely grab a hold of those. Lots of you are chatting away. Lots of you talking about how you're going to be using the items in the show. A lot of you talking about diamond art for your rotating design board and how it's going to be really great for that. Barbara saying I often get multiples of different colours, a colour code by craft, purple for sewing, pink for planning, turquoise for paper craft, talking about those Ditto tool totes. Barbara says I use a triangle for my diamond painting accessories. Lots of you talking about that today. Beth says she's got to get the lowest deal. Who else we've got here? Kathy says I use all of those things for crafting session with my daughter. I love the lowest tote. I need Tiffany to come and organise my life, says Mariah. Who doesn't? Let's face it. Panda Craft says, I can't wait to put all my crafty stuff together into all of my Tiffany bags when I get my craft room. Oh, not long now. I hope, Panda Crafts. Right, we're going to go back across to Tiffany. We're going to be looking next at the 12 buddy bag collection. The buddy bag, of course, one of the hero tools from the Totally Tiffany range, and they are so amazing. As Tiffany says, whether you're using these in the garage, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, or of course the craft room where you've been, they are designed to be used. There is literally, I always say with the buddy bags, Tiffany, get like 3 times as many as you think you need, because as soon as you get one back and you use it, you see a million other uses for it, don't you?
You know, that is absolutely true. And with this bundle, you are getting like 3 of them for free, right? So you definitely want to take advantage of the bundle today and get all of those buddy bags, because you are going to find a use for absolutely all of them. So I want to show you one thing though. Oh, I just did this right now. I don't know if for those of you, I don't know if you've joined me for Totally Tiffany Tuesday Tribe, which is a Tuesday event. It happens every Tuesday morning, Tuesday live. We talk nothing but organization, and I get all these ideas from you guys, from asking me questions about what products we need or whatever. So right now I'm just having one of those moments. Look at this. This is my rotating design board, and I rolled back the top on the Stephanie, and now I've got this little section right here that I can fill up. I can get to things on this side. I can get to things on this side. So not only is this a fun way to access your buddy bags, it's a great use for your rotating design board. Okay, let's talk about what you're getting in the buddy bag bundle though. You are getting the Dawn buddy bag. Now the Dawn buddy bag also I'm going to ask Susie to grab the one that's in my painting kit over there so I can show you how nice it works with Crayola crayons and other things. But this is, in the very front with the crayons in it. So the Dawn bag has 4 sections in it, and that is what keeps everything nice and neat and standing straight up and down. So this one is full of buttons, all the little button bags. Thank you. Look at this one with the color crayons in it, the glue sticks, the gelatos and adhesives, right? When I load these into a drawer or into a tote, now I have just developed the perfect drawer organizer, because when I'm ready to go somewhere, I can take it out of the drawer, close it up, and out the door I go. So embellishments, crayons, gelatos, adhesives, all of those things. That's the Dawn bag. And then, of course, you know, I've got this whole collection of Band-Aids. One of the things with Band-Aids, right, you get all these different sizes, and then you can never find the size that you need when you need it. Susie's nodding behind the camera. She's like, yes. So I just segmented them all off by size. This goes in the bathroom drawer. When we travel in the motorhome, as I mentioned earlier, it's part of our first aid kit. I just close it up and throw it in the motorhome, but that is the Dawn bag. So she's got 4 sections inside. Next, we've got the Irene Buddy bag, and the Irene has 2 strips of looped fabric on the front so that you can use her with her lid up high for tall things or down low for shorter things. So this would be the Irene with the tall ink pads. Now, one of the questions, you can see I use the first strip of loop fabric here. One of the things people ask me regularly about ink pads is, if I'm storing them in a buddy bag, how do I store them flat? One of the most beautiful things about the buddy bag, there they are stored flat now. So it makes it really easy to store them. Different manufacturers recommend different things. This is a great way to store those ink pads and meet that manufacturer's recommendation for storing them flat. And that is the Irene bag. Now, Stephanie, she's the girl I'm spinning around here, right? So this is Stephanie. Ink pads and Stephanie. This is an open Stephanie. Back here, I've got paint in the Stephanie bag. And then on this side, I've got ink pads and re-inkers as well. So just a great little tool for organizing. Look at that. If you had those all open up, you'd have access to everything on your rotating design board as well. So the Stephanie Buddy bag is great for that. You don't only have to stack up Stephanie's. You could stack up any of your tall buddy bags and have that same accessibility on the rotating design board. Barbara is also a gem for ink pads, but she's also my go-to buddy bag for Sharpie markers. She's perfect. She's got 2 boxes, so your Sharpie markers are going to stand up, or that type of marker are going to stand up. Barbara Carlson, who this bag is named for, that was an idea that she shared with me. I actually said one day during a Tuesday Live, hey, I don't know what am I going to put these Sharpies in? And she said they fit perfect in Barbara. And so there they are in the Barbara bag. It's a great little bag. But again, just repeating the point that, you know, they can be used for anything. So if you've got a bunch of Sharpies on your desk or out in the garage or wherever you're using them, this is a great bag to have for those as well. Teresa, she is the perfect little gal for things like re-inkers, for glitter glues and pearl drops and baker's twine. So she's super simple. Now remember, the bags are all designed with this little handle at the end, and that allows you to put them into your crop tote, your craft tote, vertically as well. So you don't have to fill your tote with things and stack them all on top of each other and then dig down to the bottom of the tote to find what you need. Put everything in your tote vertically with the handle up, and then you can pull it straight in and straight out of your tote. You're going to maximize the use of that tote space, right? Vertical. Another thing, if you follow along with me, you know it's kind of a constant in my life. Get your things vertical. That's the Teresa. Now, Deborah, she is the perfect girl for poor Susie. Yes, please. Can you hand me that? She's your perfect girl for markers, pens, pencils, all of those type of things. And she has this great little function where, so here she is, freestanding, so you can access different things. Now, I have this one loaded with colored pencils, but she's going to also fit Colorista. She's going to fit your basic Spectrum Noir. The taller, well, I'll get Terry out right now. Tall Terry, where are you? Is Terry over there too? Sorry. Susie's getting her steps in today, keeping track of where I sent all the buddy bags off to. No, that's not her. She has markers in her. Maybe I just don't see her. This is Terry here. Is this her? This is also a Terry. So you can see Terry and Deborah standing next to each other. Terry is the taller. Now she will also fit tri-blends, right? The tri-blends and the aquas that are tri, those are going to fit in there as well. But you can see the 2 differences, Deborah and Terry. And then this is a Terry bag. Let's open it up. Again, going back to camping, picnic, motorhome life. So straws, napkins, knives, forks, spoons. So this is a great way to keep all of your little picnic supplies together, all closed up, nice and neat. But when you open it up, you have access to those things. So it keeps everything, napkins especially, from blowing around and that type of thing. So the Terry Buddy Bag, Dawn and Terry, they're like sisters. Terry's the big sister in that group. Monica is 8x4, and so she's perfect for organizing photos, getting ready to go to a crop, sort of grouping those project photos together. She's also going to fit any of your 4x6 embossing folders, the smaller embossing folders, your 4x6 cards and card blanks. Maybe you're looking for a place to store your finished 4x6 or smaller cards. She's a great way to do that as well. Put a label at the end, birthday cards, congratulations cards, whatever it is, and you'll be able to find them and use them, which is one of the keys to after you've created them, right? So the Monica, she's 4x6, and you're going to love her for so many things. I'm sure that you've already picked up on this, even if you're new today, that these products are all designed around crafting supplies, how we craft, the things we craft with. They really make sense for any type of crafting. They're lightweight, they're clear, they're easy to take with you. They're just so perfect for all the crafting things. Merle is a girl who can do a lot of different tasks, right? So this is Merle loaded up with embossing powders. This is Merle loaded up with ribbon, right? If you follow along with me, you know I recommend keeping themes, sentiments, holidays grouped together. This is spring ribbon. I don't need to have access to this all the time. I don't need it out all the time. When I'm working on Easter or St. Patrick's Day or Valentine's Day, that's when I need to pull it out. It's all here in one nice, neat little bundle. I can grab it off the shelf or out of the closet, wherever I've got it stored, pull it out as I need it. Merle's also a great way to store your square ink pads. If you like the distress inks or the oxide inks, you're going to get 18 of them in a Merle Buddy bag. And then, of course, going back to the multi-use, this is a little dog kit. It's my emergency kit. It's got a water bowl, dog food, a leash, poop bags, everything's in it. Normally, it's under the seat of my car. I just wanted to show you how, like, the amount of variety that you can actually get by using your buddy bags all around your house, in the car, wherever you might have them. Brandy is our tallest, skinniest girl, and she is designed for rulers. So if you're a ruler junkie like me, ripping rulers, matting rulers, cornering rulers, journaling rulers, I've got them all, and they're all right here. I can find them and I can use them, and that is really the key. Now again, I want to talk about putting this into your tote and just rolling back the lid, leaving it open and in the tote, and you can just reach down and grab out the ruler you want to use right out of your tote, use it, and then drop it right back into the bag. It stays neat, it stays organized, and when you're ready to go home, close it up and take it with you. This is also a great bag for not only crafting paintbrushes, the long type. My husband has one of these just hanging on the pegboard in the garage with all of his like regular painting brushes for around the house. Shelley. Here we go, Shelley. Shelley is awesome for so many things. You know what's crazy about the buddy bags? They were designed for specific things. Shelley was designed for washi tape. I am a washi tape junkie. Again, following that same 4-section system, I've got all of my Christmas washi tape together in one Shelley bag. That is what she was designed for. But she is awesome for things like barrel ribbon. You might want to throw this into your gift wrap area, right? You've got all your little barrel ribbons contained. She's great for smaller ink pads. So I think there's 16, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Mento inks in here, double-sided. If I lay it down, I can see all the colors. So really great for just a huge variety of products. So if I say, oh, this is great for washi tape, and you think, oh, I don't really use that, chances are there are going to be 4 or 5 other products in your craft stash that are going to fit perfectly in that buddy bag. You're going to absolutely love them. Last but not least is our girl, Gail. And Gail, so the oval type or oblong type ink pads fit perfectly in here. There are 12 of them in here. And again, you can store them flat and then stand them up for use. And you can also use these buddy bags along with any of them. As I mentioned earlier, once you get them opened up, this one happens to be loaded with adhesive runners right in your drawer or on your shelf. and they work like a drawer divider, the perfect drawer divider for craft supplies. And then you have access to everything. But if you're going to travel with them, you can just shut that lid closed, throw it in your tote, and get out the door. So this bundle, these are 12 of the best-selling buddy bags, right? And you can see we've got you covered in every direction. We've got ink pads and markers and crayons and adhesive runners and basic tools and all those types of supplies. Everything, Joe, that you need as a crafter, you are going to be able to find when you've got it organized in one of these clear, lightweight, and portable buddy bags. And I know how much you, Joe, love to load them up in your Lois tote. Boom, Lois is the ticket for moving your buddy bags around. Don't you agree?
All right, yeah, they are amazing. They're absolutely fantastic. They continue to be so busy right now. What a brilliant bundle of them you are getting there in that collection. There's a couple of extra ones, though, I want to tell you about. I want to talk to you about Kirsten, because Kirsten is absolutely amazing for your finished project, mate. So really nice big size. So I'm going to measure it for you, actually. I thought about this earlier. So it's 10 inches wide by... what are we looking at? About 6.5 inches high. So you're looking at 10 by sort of 6.5, which is brilliant. So really nice big size, whether it's a finished project, whether you want to store embossing folders in here, full-size embossing folders, cut and emboss folders, stamp sets, dies. You've got the little pockets in here as well, so you can divide and store everything in there. And remember, of course, it's going to store on its side. You're going to be able to drop that straight into your lowest tote. The other one you've got here is the Katie. Similar size again. Katie is 9 inches by about 9 by about 6.5. So going to fit lots of different finished projects in there, just in a portrait rather than in a sort of landscape like the other one is there. But again, all the pockets in there. Brilliant, these for storing things like topper collections when you're coming towards the end of them. You can store those in there. It's brilliant for that. And also these work great as individual stamp and die pockets as well, should you want to use them for that. If you want to go for Katie, $8.39 or $9.09 is your price on that. Lots of you talking about loads of different things. A lot of you talking about paper pins. Barbara Carlson says, I keep a few in my work area with an extra set of dividers. When I finish with a colour theme, I place it in the box. At the end of craft time, I take the boxes over and I put things away. Great way of using them. Rosalind says, I covered mine with cardstock and decorative duct tape. Love that. Very creative, Rosalind. Great tips being given. Beth loves the buddy bags as well. Is it Crystal? Susie, our social media superstar. Susie, our social media superstar, says, I just ordered a bunch of the Kirsten and Katie buddy bags, thinking I'll store some stamp and die collections in them. And Betty says, this is a perfect show to watch while organising my craft room. Isn't it just? We're going to go back. We must go back to some literally superstars of the show now. And this has been an absolute runaway success. Of course, it is the rotating design board. You guys absolutely love this. But now what we've got it is in this 12 by 12 size, which is amazing. So it means that you can do full scrapbook layouts on here. And I love that you got the magnetic base, the rulers, and these magnets, my oh my, they are super strong as well. £25 or $30 is your price on this. The original one of these, Tiffany, was so popular, wasn't it? But this one, I mean, you can just do so much more on this.
You know, the 12 by 12 really is a game changer in your craft room, Joe, because of all the different things it will do. So the 9 by 11 was designed for coloring. That took off. And then people said, can you give me one of these so I can work on my scrapbook pages? And that is really what is a key for this product. And especially when you add to the top of it, you're rotating your magnetic tool, the magnetic ruler, and those little magnets, because that gives you an opportunity to just line everything up. So you can see I've just set this picture on there, got that ruler nice and neat and straight. When it's there, I'm going to pull one of my magnets, I'm going to stick it on there, and now I can do my next picture down here, or maybe I want to add an embellishment to it, and I can do the same thing where I grab that embellishment, stick it down, and I can say, hey, how do I like that? How does that look? I didn't stick my picture down. I can literally move it around on there. I can move around the embellishments, line things up, realign them, and it's just a great way to set up that 12 by 12 layout. One of the other great things about the rotating design board is then you can pick it up and move your project, right? So whether you're crafting somewhere like the dining room table, when you need the table to serve dinner, it's easy to pick up your project and move it around. Or maybe you're working on this project and then you think, okay, I want to do another element for that. I'm going to paint it, or I'm going to do, some sort of stenciling or whatever. And then you're going to be able to rotate that around to get to that corner of your project and do the stencil, add the stamp, whatever you want to do. Just going to pull out my little stamp here that I used earlier, but it makes it really simple to add those elements to a page. And then if it's something wet, maybe it's ink, but maybe it's paint that you're working with, where you need to give it a few minutes to dry, then you can just rotate it to the other side. Maybe you're going to build something in each corner or ink each corner of your project, and it just makes it that easy to just go around and do what you need to do. Same thing with the stencil. If you had a stencil and a pouncer and you're using that paint, you can move it as you pounce around on the stencil, get that paint down, but you don't have to touch the stencil. You don't have to try to move or rotate the project or move or rotate your arm. It all happens right here on the rotating design board. And I want to bring one other thing up that we didn't talk about last time. One of the things that when I first introduced these rotating design boards, I got a lot of cheering, I guess, from the left-handed community, because the clip is not attached anywhere, which means whether you're left-handed or right-handed, it doesn't matter. You can still use it equally well, because you can move the clip wherever you need it to be in order to be comfortable with how you work. So the lefties in the world were very excited that finally there was a tool that also worked really, really well for them. So the rotating design board is great for paper crafting. It's great for card making. But don't forget, it's also going to be good for other things like cake decorating, spray painting, any kind of project. If you're like me and you're impatient when you paint anything, I guess that's whether it's brush painting or spray painting. I'll just tell you right now, the way that I redecorate my house is I spray paint things, right? It might be a box, it might be a little tote thing that's in the kitchen or the living room. It might be a vase that was silver and now I spray paint it and it's turquoise blue, but I'm chronically impatient. And so I always would try to move those projects, and now I can just spray paint it, which also, if you paint, this, in one side of a project is in great light and you can see everything. But when you walk around a project, now you've got some different shadows and you can't see it as well. Well, put the light side closest to you and rotate away, and you're going to be able to do a great job. Same thing if you're decoupaging a three-dimensional item, anything like that, cake decorating, floral arranging, anything where it's going to be a benefit to move the project rather than move yourself, you're going to love it on the rotating design board. We set this up also on the smaller one, but I think it would be better on the bigger one. You literally can build your own little tower of organized buddy bags with all of those little pieces, all the different buddy bags that you want to work with, visible, accessible. In this case, I've just opened up the Stephanie bag and rolled back the flap, so I could do that for this as well and have access to all of those ink pads just sitting right here on a rotating design board. And then I could rotate this around, and I'm just going to tell you, oh my gosh, I just had a little epiphany. Hang on one second. Oh. So even something then like your desk-made stadium arrangers, so you could get to things from both sides, right? So if you have space on your desk where you can rotate things around, but you don't want to be reaching over it, the rotating design board is going to serve you well in that respect as well. So Joe, I think that it's a craft room must-have. Even if you have the 9x11, the 12x12 just gives you that much more space. You've got that extra space around the edges to work on things. And with the magnetic design tool and the magnets, it makes it really easy to build layouts or cards or home decor projects and see what they look like by just using those magnets to hold them down. I think, Joe, that this is something people, if you don't have one, it's definitely something you need in your craft room.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those things that you don't realize you don't realize once you've had it how you've ever crafted without, especially if you're sketching, if you're coloring, if you're doing all of those different things. Brilliant now that it comes with that magnetic design sheet on there as well. Very, very busy on this, £25 or $30 if you want to grab it. Don't forget also about the amazing winter sale that we've got on over on the website at the moment. Up to 70% off, and also brand new lines. Brand new hot deals added every single day, so make sure you're checking back to see all the brand new deals on the daily. Also, don't forget, just for this weekend, 48 hours only, double points for you. Make sure you are availing of that. If you're thinking, what are these points all about? Well, it is, of course, Club Inspire. Here's all the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
All the details there of course, Club Inspire, and also shipping as well. Next up, we're going to go and have a look at this. We've got a brilliant trio for you on the awesome Punch and Go. The awesome, Punch Pack Store and Go. It's a 1.5 depth on this one. You can store a whole host of things in here, not just punches. You've got that lovely hard case in there. It's going to store A4 size cardstock or even US letter cardstock really perfectly for you as well. Stores into your lowest tote, as everything does. And it's a trio. You're buying 2 and you're getting 1 free. I mean, we've called this a Punch Pack Store and Go, but Tiffany, that really is underselling it, isn't it? So many different things we're going to be able to put in here.
You know what, Joe, that's what happens. We come out with something for the specific use, and then it ends up being useful for so many different things. So this bag was, there's definitely originally designed for punches. Let me just show you. Let me grab one off my shelf here, right? So punches are something that are really hard to store. They're hard to find storage. They take up a lot of space. Putting them in the punch bag allowed you to get your punches vertical. You could label it down the side and put it on your shelf and literally create this library of punches. Why does it work? It works because of the interior box, right? So if you just tried to put all these punches into a vinyl bag, they would just all blob down at the bottom of the bag. And that is why the box is such an essential part of it. So the box also allows you, let's slide this in here. If you want the punch at the bottom, it's not like digging through a bin or a box or a big bag that doesn't have the tray in it, right? You just slide the tray out, and now you can get to the punches that are at the bottom, use them, put it back in the bag, and store it away. I'm going to kind of hold it up here for you so you can see what I've done underneath here. What I did was I created a color copy of the layout of the punches once I got them into the bag. So this is a little bit like a game of Tetris. getting them all arranged in there. So you're maximizing that space. Then once you pull out the middle one, everything shifts around. You have to remember how they were in there. All I did was I put them all in my tray like this. I put the tray in the bag backward. You have to pick the tray up off the table in order to get it into the bag. It is a little bit easier if you're doing it frontward where you can see the flap. Okay, there we go. Get in our tray. So I put it in backward, closed it up. Then I laid it down on the copier this way, and I was able to make a copy of everything that was in that tray, and then I put it in the back of the tray. So that is my tip for you today about organizing this. If you're using it for punches or using it for stamps or using it for something where it's a little Tetris-like, you want to make sure and do that color copy or even a black and white copy in the back so you can find it. So ideal for punches, and you can see now I can put this on my shelf. And I don't have to have them all spread out. If I want to travel with them, I can grab it by the handle and travel with it. The punch packs have a double layer of the webbing, and that keeps that handle from tearing because, as you might imagine, they can get quite heavy with the punches in there. So this is a great way to store punches. These are a medium-sized punch. But, Joe, as you brought up, these products work for so many, or these bags work for so many other things. Now you see I've got this in the bag backward as well, right? That just gives me more visibility to what is in the bag. You don't have to put your trays in backwards, but if you want to see everything that's in there, this is a great way to do it. Again, labeled down the side. Now this is a complete collection of dies and stamps and washi tape and coloring in stickers that all go together. I want to use them together. So I've kept all of those things together in one place. Now you can see I'm kind of building up that library, right? Now I can take these things and put them onto my shelf and pull them in and out as if they were a book. So it's easy to see. I just made these giant, as you get older, that giant font is really important so that things are clearly labeled. This is from the motorhome. If you travel in a motorhome or camper, you know that having everything locked down and secure is really important. This makes it easy to actually find those things. So again, I can put this in the cabinet or in the closet. I can read the label. And when I need something, a stamp, a sticky note, markers, tape, all of those things, they're right there in that nice little neat bundle. So again, thinking outside of your craft room, we talked about with so many of the products today, but with these as well, they work really, really great for all types of things. This is a punch board, alphabet punch board. One of the things that we experience with punch boards is that they aren't flat, they're all bumpy. They have extra pieces like this that get lost really easily. So by putting those things into the bag, and then I've got the instruction book in the back, boom, and now I've got everything organized. Again, in that, I've created that library effect where I can read everything, pull it off and on the shelf really, really easily. So Joe, these bags, the 1.5 inch punch, store and go bags, you're gonna love them for punches, but you're gonna be able to store and go so many other things. You're just gonna be amazed at how organized you can get and how quickly you can get organized when you're using tools like these in your craft room.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Getting organized, making sure everything is to hand, that you know everything is. Remember, you're getting 3 of these, which is brilliant. So you're buying 2, you're getting 1 free. Whether you're using them for paper, whether you're using for the whole host of different things that Tiffany has just shared with you there, they are going to be absolutely invaluable. Make sure you grab them. $12.78 or $15.98 is your price there on those. Right, we move on. We're going to have a look next at this. Now, this is awesome for a whole host of different things. Now, we've seen this filled as a soft craft binder. It's amazing. If you've got the scrap rack, you're going to love this because the 3-ring binder in here is removable, compatible with your scrap rack. You get a whole host of different pockets included in here. Love that you get a huge 12x12 pocket in the back of here. You've got pen storage. You've got these amazing gusseted mesh storage in here as well. You have got absolutely something for everything. A brilliant big pocket in the back of here as well, on the front, of this too. And the brilliant things, this reminds me of, when you get like the really super fancy like curtain sales people come around. They want to do your soft furnishings for you, and they bring like all their swatches, don't they, in those big fancy binders. That is exactly what this is like. But this is where you're going to put all of your craft stuff, which is amazing. $47.99 if you're here in the UK, $55.99 if you're across the pond, under £40 or $45 if you are a platinum member. You're going to absolutely love this. It is, of course, from that scrap rack range. There we go. Right, we're going to go back to Tiffany. Tiffany, this is like quality. I want to hug this. It's like beautifully piped and embroidered. It's just gorgeous.
This is a beautiful piece that you are going to love to carry around with your supplies in it. You're just, like you said, Joe, you're going to feel good carrying this. This is a quality piece. It's going to last you a long, long time. And we've really gone the little extra mile. It has the double zipper. It has the padded shoulder strap. It's got this big pocket on the front because so often we're carrying a paper trimmer. I should turn this around. It's a little more interesting. Carrying a paper trimmer that's too big to fit anywhere else. It's going to fit. It's going to fit in that pocket. And then as you pointed out, on the inside, you're going to find all those other pen loops, the reinforced mesh pockets, the big 12 by 12 pocket on the back. It really is a great piece. And one of the nice things about it is that 3-ring section is a standard 3-ring section. So you're going to be able to use any 3-ring punched type thing in there. But let's just look at it with scrap rack pages and dividers inside it. So this is what this was born to carry. If you are using a scrap rack or you're considering using a scrap rack, get the binder today. It comes with 1 3-ring section inside, and that's removable, of course, but it'll hold 2 or 3 depending on how many pages you have. But then you're going to be able to load it up with your pages and dividers. So this is all holiday supplies. If I'm going to sit down and make a Valentine's card or a Halloween card, I'm going to be able to come to this binder and I'm going to flip through and see everything. I've got the glitter here for shaker cards. I've got 3-dimensional embellishments. I've got rub-ons. I've got just long stickers. And everything is coordinated by that holiday. So I can work on almost anything, just opening this binder to the holiday that I'm going to want to work on. So you can see all the different pockets and designs, right? If you're working. Now think about Christmas time. What is your Christmas table going to look like? Where are all the little things you need to make place card holders or to make napkin rings or to label the things on your buffet? Right here, this binder is going to have all of those things visible and accessible for you. And then you're just going to close it up, slide it onto the shelf, throw it over your shoulder, load up the tools in the front, and take it to a crafting event. It really is. This has been one of the hallmarks of the line because it literally helps us take our crafting supplies right off your scrap rack, right into your binder, out the door, across the room, wherever you need to take them, and you're staying organized the whole time. And this big pocket in the front as well is going to really be helpful for that big paper trimmer that you have that you want to take with you. Now, like you said, Joe, it's going to work for so many other things too because it's a standard 3-ring punch. And it's big enough. My mother travels with hers, not with anything inside it. This is her quilting project, right? So if she's going on a road trip, she's got all of her quilting squares in there. She's got her thread and her needles and any little bits and bobs that she needs to finish. That's just tons of embroidery on her quilts. And this is her way to be able to move those things around. And at the same time, it is substantial. So it's keeping everything flat. It's keeping everything protected. It's got that nice double zipper around the edge. So when you look at it as a binder, it's awesome as just a binder using the 3-ring. But think about what you can carry in here like a quilting project or a needlecraft project because your big hoop is going to fit in there as well so that you can travel with those types of projects as well. Even if all you do is keep your embroidery project in this binder at the end of the couch, and when you want to work on it, you open it up, work with everything, put it back in, zip it closed. It goes right back to the edge of the couch when you're not using it. It's so versatile for so many different things. So if you don't have one of these yet, Joe, in your little craft corner, this is definitely something that I think you're going to see a lot of value with. And anybody who likes to move around with craft supplies definitely needs one of these binders. The tool storage in the inside, the pocket on the outside, the shoulder strap. It is a win-win-win product, and there's a reason it's been around the entire time. This is an early in totally Tiffany scrap rack product, so almost 20 years we've been making this great binder, and people have loved it all 20 years.
Oh, absolutely amazing. Tiffany, we're coming towards the end of the show. I can say it's been such a pleasure to spend some time with you. I hope you have an amazing Christmas and a really, really prosperous New Year to you and all of your family as well. It's lovely to be able to spend shows with you here in 2021.
Great to see all of you and work with you in December too. Happy Christmas to all of you. Can't wait to see what the new year holds for all of us, what new and creative crafting projects we can take on. So looking forward to seeing all of you in January. Take care. Thanks for inviting me to join you today.
Oh, take care. Happy holidays, Tiffany. Have a margarita for me. Yes, so lovely to have Tiffany on the show, as it always is. Loads and loads of great products for you in this show. Make sure you are taking advantage of the incredible deals that you have seen. Also, remember, take advantage of that sale over on the website, up to 70% off selected lines. Go and have a look. We're adding brand new products every single day as well, so make sure you're checking out those red hot deals. Also, today and tomorrow only. It must end at midnight tomorrow, wherever you are. Double points across everything you see on air here on Crafters TV and across on the website as well. So make sure you take advantage. Make sure you are snapping up those deals, which is fantastic. Big day tomorrow here on Crafters TV. Soft Side Life, midday here in the UK, 7 a.m. On the East Coast. Our Bernie's last show with us here at Crafters TV. We're going to miss her absolutely loads, but make sure you come. Send her off in style, wave her goodbye, come and send her loads of love. Midday in the UK, 7 a.m. East Coast time. And then a craft along, I am reunited with my telly wife, Debbie Fisher, which is going to be awesome. Brilliant craft along. Following that, of course, we'll have Second Chance Sunday as well, wrapping up your weekend in style, taking you into a new week, which is Christmas week. Who's excited? Honestly, I'm so excited. I'm going to take my dealy poppers off. I will see you back here tomorrow bright and early for another fabulous day of crafting. If you're in the US, enjoy the rest of your day. If you're here in the UK, enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care. Bye-bye.